All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do brew well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elected in 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Bahashem Rachakodash and Thawada. Abanawa Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rachakodash give me the inspiration to do this lesson. As the title reads, a constriction approaches. Okay, and pretty much I was going into the dynamics of how a snake, okay, devours its prey, and I'll actually show you that. Okay, and I want to mirror that with prophecy and this slow squeeze that people, are going through right now. Okay, the American public, people around the world. All right, one thing that I noticed that's taking place right now is a slow squeeze. Okay, or constrictions upon people. All right, and what that's going to do is it's going to weaken the fight that people have, to where when they initially go to devour you, all right, which will be through the MOTB, all right, the majority of the world is going to cave in. Okay, so you got to look at the situation right now with the government being shut down, the military being brought into the cities. Okay, everything is being set up to basically keep the squeeze or pressure on people, because they're going to start lashing out. People are going to start wilding out. All right, this is why we're seeing uproars of the people. But soon you're going to have people that are protesting for Palestine protest for themselves. Soon you're going to have people that are, standing up for others. They're going to have to stand up and fend for themselves. Okay, now I'm going to go into this definition of constriction. All right, but before I do, let's get this in the book of Job. And remember, all right, we're dealing with the serpent. Okay, we're dealing with the serpent. We're dealing with that old serpent, and you have to understand he has those cunning characteristics as this serpent, and we, harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent, is going against this old serpent, just like Moses and Aaron had to go against the ancient Pharaoh and his magi's back then. All right, this is Job 12:7. It says, but ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. And this is why there's a lot of, they call them folklores. Gad has a lot of them, but pretty much, snakes are known not to be trusted. Okay, snakes are known not to be trusted, and Esau, Edom, is referred to as a snake. So he is showing the characteristics of a snake right now as it's coiling its prey. And you have to look at the current situation right now as a snake coiling its prey and constricting. Okay, so more constrictions are getting ready to be upon these people, and those constrictions are going to be felt in the elderly, financially, okay, through materialistic gain and jobs. All right, so there's a lot of things that are going to be constricting these people. All right, their access to certain places, amenities, and this is going to cause more and more panic. All right, panic buying causes inflation. So there's a lot of things that are getting ready to, spill over. And with this government shutdown, by day 45, if it continues to take place, this place is going to be a complete hellhole. Okay, and I'll potentially get into that. But before I do, I just want to go into this real quick. So it says, I asked, does a snake first squeeze you, then bite you? How is that called scientifically? So scientifically, what happens is a snake will bite you and then coil you. Okay, it says some snakes kill through constriction, while venomous snakes use a toxic bite. And that ultimately, that toxic bite is going to be the MOTB, and then followed up by the missiles. Okay, it says constricting snakes like boas and pythons bite their prey first to get a grip. Okay, then quickly wrap their powerful coils around the victim. So now, what are these powerful coils? Okay, being in straits, the financials, your jobs, okay, restrictions, requirements, all right, military, all right, different things that are not allowing you to move freely like you thought you could. Okay. It says the scientific term for this action is constriction. Okay. So constrictions is approaching. All right. Now let's go into this word constriction. Constriction or act of constricting, state of being constricted, a binding or drawing together. Okay. What does it say? My people are led as a sheep to the slaughter. What is that? Zechariah. Let me see real quick. Sheep. We could actually go into Ezra actually. Sheep slaughter, but I want to get this one too because this one also goes into Jake not being there to help as well. I think it's Zechariah 11. Let me get that real quick. Let's go right here. Let's go like this. Yeah, Zechariah 11 and 5, I think it is. Let me snag that real quick. Let's go like this. Or is it 12? Okay, this is Zechariah 11 and 4. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." So the people, okay, starting with the Lord's people, are being led down a path of slaughter. Okay, now look, verse 7, it says, "And I will feed the flock of slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staffs, the one I call beauty, and the other I call bands, and I fed the flock." So you have Jake being led down a path of complete slaughter. Okay, and these people, these American people, are, they're going to be a part of that too. Okay, so what we're witnessing right now is a very slow squeeze. And if this government shutdown continues, it's a perfect recipe for, in particular, prophecies that we're waiting to be fulfilled, like the grinding ceasing, the hyperinflation. Okay, let me show you that real quick. So I asked, does panic buying cause inflation? Yes. Panic buying can cause inflation by triggering sudden and massive increases in demand for specific goods. Now, I believe it was this year that Walmart rolled out electronic. Let's see. Did Walmart start electronic price tags? Okay, let's see. Price tags. Look right here. So this means at any minute, okay, Walmart, see? All right, look at this. Yes, Walmart has started implementing electronic price tags in some stores with plans to expand the rollout to 2,300 locations by 2026. Well, 2026 is October, November, December, January. That's a couple months away. Okay, and by December would be around day 45 of the government shutdown, and that's going to be a very bad time economically, socially for the American people. Okay, that's going to be a very bad time. So look at it, 666. See, okay, here's the number. All right, see that? So they're getting ready. Okay, they're getting ready to heighten prices that people are going to be in dire need to grab. Okay, and why will people be in panic buying? Because there's going to be uncertainty about jobs. There's going to be uncertainty about goods. So there's going to be the windows are going to be darkened to these people. Can you see how the constriction causes a reaction? And that's really just to tire them out. These people are about to get extremely tired from the up and down battle that they're going to be in, while Esau pretty much just sits back there fortified. Okay, Esau is sitting back fortified while everyone else is fighting. You notice that? Okay, this is his chess. This ain't checkers. Okay, you got to understand who you're dealing with, man. All right, so now, so we got this point. We got the bind together. Yep. But look, to bind together, tie tightly, fetter, shackle, chain. Okay, chain to draw tight. People are going to be getting mass incarceration, taken in a great number. All right, now let me get this real quick to show you where we're at in this thing. So let's go to Second Ezra 16 in the GNT, and I'm going to start at 18. It says, troubles will come, and many people will groan. Famine will come, and many will die. Wars will come, and the world powers will tremble. Disaster will come, and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come? Famine, pestilence, troubles, and suffering are sent to punish and correct people. So you've had different situations that have led us up to this moment, okay? But in spite of all this, in spite of all these things taking place, the Lord sent disasters of Florida, and what did Jake do? Well, the women wanted to twerk. You know, the earthquakes, all these scourges, all these amendments are going out, but people, starting with the Lord's portion, are staying in the same lofty 2/3 proud spirit. Okay, which it's prophecy. All right, it says they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. The time is coming when food will be so cheap that people will think a time of peace and plenty has arrived. So what has happened? Okay, you had the dollar burgers, the emergency pizzas. Think about all this cheap food. Watch, let me see. Let's go like this. So now look at this. So watch this. See? Okay, watch. Show me list of food. Let's put fast food that was only $1. Let's try that last year. Let's see if anything comes up. I'm thinking like the burger. I know they had the dollar menu, but let me go here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what pops up. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's see. This. Show me what fast food restaurants sold dollar burgers. Let's just see if anything comes up. Just see. Let me see. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, I looked it up. All right, we had all the emergency. Look, okay, let's do like this. Domino's emergency pizza. What was this? Okay. What is Domino's emergency pizza? A free medium 2-topping pizza you can redeem within 30 days of claiming. So, and then there's more. Okay, there were McDonald's was selling some kind of they had all that shit out there. So the point is that these people have experienced a time where food was not as expensive. You could get these free this and get that or cheap this. So what did it say? The time is coming when food will be so cheap that people will think a time of peace and plenty has arrived. See, they're thinking plenty is, but guess what? Soon, let's go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. Soon, 2nd Ezra 6 and 22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So we're with a shaking, a great squeeze, a constriction, and people are going to lose it. I want to say it again. These people are going to stop protesting for Palestine, and they're going to start protesting for themselves, man. Okay. And it says, and disasters will spring up everywhere. Wars, famine, and great confusion. Okay. War, famine, and great confusion. So we're right here. We're between 21 and 22. Okay, because people ain't starving to death yet. Okay, people aren't starving to death yet. All right, so now from there, okay, there's a great constriction taking place. All right, so there's going to be something that's going to cause people to panic buy. All right, so we got this one. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of this chat real quick. Okay, so check this out. I asked, where is it? I said, wrong one. Let me see. Let's go down. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. I said, show me a breakdown how by day 45, a government shutdowns, more job loss, panic will set in, and the people will be desperate for a solution. They will begin to panic buy. Scarcity will increase. Food will be limited. Okay, so you have to understand that how Babylon operates. It's a chain reaction, just like the movie Leave the World Behind. GH. Okay, what did he say? He said you just got to follow the numbers. All you have to do is follow the numbers. So by if this is to continue, okay, if the government is to shut down to continue by day 45, they already have a number of how many people will lose their jobs, how this would happen, how that would happen, and then they could have a potential where they borrow money to bring the government back, but then you have to go through the central bank, and then now you're over printing money through the central bank, which now has weakened the dollar. So now you need more dollars to buy something that's for a dollar, which then will cause the dollar to collapse. And just like the last Great Depression, what did they bring into play to secure the financial system for the elderly, for the weak? It was the Social Security number. The Social Security number was created because of the Great Depression. So there's going to be a new Social Security number, digital ID, which will lead to you having that linked in to the MOTB. Okay, so this is a great scenario for different prophecies that we are expecting to play out. We just need the right scenario. So this is a good scenario that can lead to that. Okay. So look, it says good. That's a serious and realistic scenario. Okay. Scenario analysts. Let's break down what could happen by day 45 of a U.S. government shutdown. If it were prolonged and no spending agreement had been reached, focusing on the economic, social, and psychological chain reactions that lead to panic, scarcity, and public desperation. That's why I was saying there's a great constriction is approaching, but we're witnessing the right situations that's going to lead to people feeling the squeeze. Right now, they got gas money and jobs to go out and protest for Palestine. But soon, okay, when when more federal workers are, furloughed and then not being paid, and the demand and the bills are on high. I believe every week, Babylon loses $5 billion in the economy's output of money being put back into Babylon during the government shutdown. Okay, so there is major money being lost as the days grow longer. Okay, now let's see. It says this is a realistic projection, not fear mongering. It's meant to show how interlinked systems unravel over time. Overview. By day 45, which will be around December, I believe, the effect of the U.S. government shutdown would extend far beyond federal workers. See, the economy would start showing you a systematic stress, halting paychecks. Yeah, you potentially could not get income tax check. What you think people are going to do to not receive their income tax check? The income tax check is like the money you get when you land on free parking. So you people live in a monopolized system. So right now you deal with the pass go and you collect your $200. You get to walk. See, you don't own boardwalk in the real world. You can own that on a board game, but in the real world, the bank owns boardwalk. Okay, you may stop by and pay $6 at Oriental Ave, but you don't own that Chinese restaurant. Moab does. So when you even look at the aspect of a monopoly board, you're just passing go and hoping that $200 will either get you out of jail, allow you to afford to pay the electric or light bill. You see? Okay, I might do a lesson on that too. It says halted paychecks, reduced spending. So when you have a reduced spending, what's that? That's a recession. And then if you have a recession, that leads to what? That leads to potentially the stock market crashing, because people are going to be leery of investing in a product that nobody is buying. This is a chain reaction waiting to happen, man. Okay? This is a chain reaction waiting to happen. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So we're getting ready to enter days where it ain't going to be so pleasurable. And you're going to see that through the economy. You're going to see that through the lack of bread. All right. Now it says delayed services, loss of confidence, and disrupted supply chains. See, suddenly unsown, okay, suddenly unsown. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. See, at a time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. See, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. We are at the end of his world and the beginning of ours. See, so here it goes. It's breaking down. Let's go from day. Like I said, this is just a scenario. Okay, this is just a scenario to truly weaken Babylon and force a complete rule through Nero. Okay, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this continues. We're gonna see if the government shutdown stays, and if it does, there's going to be extreme body blows to the general public of Babylon. And the citizens are going to be the ones that are going to feel it. Okay. All right. And then you got to think about the people who are already poor. Then you got to think about the elderly, so you got to start thinking about how other people and their life is going to feel towards this. It says, federal employees miss their first paycheck, government contracts freeze, cleaning, food supply, logistics, construction halt. Okay. So the grinding, okay, is getting ready to cease on a major level. All right, the grinding is going to cease on a major level, and it's also going to lead to the works of Egypt to err in every way. All right, let's actually snag that in Isaiah 19. Let me see here. Let's go to Isaiah 19 and 13 real quick. All right, this is breaking it down, man. Okay, Babylon is truly being broken down, and it's being broken down for prophecy's sake, but in the eyes of Esau, he's breaking it down for an attempt of a new world order to set that squeeze on the people so that they want to rely on him. Okay. Look at this, Isaiah 19 and 15. Let's see, 14. It says, Yahweh Shemel Shai has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Just like it says, we would have healed Babylon, but we can't heal her. I remember a Babylonian general once said, to save a city, you have to destroy one. Okay, so they're going to have to destroy to rebuild. And remember, it says, though they build, I will throw down. It says, and they cause Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay, look at this, man. And that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Okay, so a great constriction is upon this place, and you can see it. Okay, look, public reactions, mostly calm. Many expect quick resolutions. Yeah, people are expecting a bounce back, but we would have healed Babylon, but she can't be healed. So this potentially can lead to people thinking that at any time, any day, it's going to go back to normal, and you're going to find out it's not. And like I said, I was just doing some kind of studying and reading, and it also stated that if they attempted to borrow money, excuse me, I'm just plugging in this laptop. The battery's getting low. They also stated that if they attempted to borrow money from like the central bank, You should know about that. That what that would cause is a over printing of money, which then would weaken the dollar, and then that would cause the dollar to collapse because then you need more dollars to buy something for a dollar. Right now, I was listening to Elder Pastor Hart's video earlier, and he mentioned how silver is at $48. I haven't checked it myself personally, which I will, but I believe it. Okay, so I remember when I used to buy silver, it was $23 to $25. So that's more than half now the price that it used to be over from 5 years ago. Okay, so things are happening numerically, numberly, economically. You have to financially. There's a financial strain taking place. Okay. And look, mostly calm. That's because you're in a careless city. You're in gross darkness. You're in la la land. You're living in a idiocracy. Retail impact, slight decrease in spending, but shelves remain full. Yeah, for right now. Let's actually see what day we're on right now. What day Gov shut down? Let me see. Talking like an American. How long? Government shutdown, live update. Well, what is it? Give me the clock. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go to .gov. Let's see what it shows real quick. I can't. What does that say? Is this? Oh, what is this? I know they put this up. Government should shut it down. Okay, but how long's it been? All right, I want that to stay up. So let's do this. Let's do this. How long has the shut down been of the U.S. government? Let's see. Let's go here. Oh my God! Can you just give me a damn day? What did it? Oh, it started October, so we're in day 10. I think it started. Oh yeah, it started October 1st. Thank you, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Damn, Google. God damn. All right, so we're in day 10 right now. Okay, so now tomorrow will be day 11. Federal workers and contractors start cutting expenses. Consumer spendings drop. Small businesses, that's another thing. This is a body blow to the middle class that's left. This is a body blow. Any middle class that has a small small business, okay, and you have $600,000 or less. Oh yeah, you're about to be out of here, man. Okay, he's making people eat their resources now just to stay afloat. So he's weeding you, he's constricting you, he's tightening it, he's squeezing, he's getting all these people in a slow squeeze right now. So majority of all the resources they've been stockpiling and saving and saying we're gonna use on a rainy day. Well, he's giving you a drizzle, okay, and you're still hoping for this rainy day, not knowing it's already raining. Small businesses near D.C., Virginia see slower traffic, delayed benefits, food. SNAP, WIC, and unemployment insurance begin facing interruptions. So people are going to start, look, by day 11, mild anxiety, news coverage turns pessimistic, some companies begin contingency plans, hiring freezes. Let's go back. Contingency, excuse me. Let's go back to this. It says Ecclesiastes 12:2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. These are the keepers of the house, these number crunchers. These financial advisors, these ones that are thinking that this new fiscal year will be a better year for them, which I believe they're already in in 2026, according to the fiscal year of Babylon. We, as a general public of people, are just waiting for January 1st. They already are in 2026, if I'm not mistaken. I just got to go into it. Let's see. Day 21. So look at that. So this is next week. This is what's supposed to be taking place next week. Okay. This is a constriction. See how it's slowly building up? Look, stock market validity grows as confidence drops. State governments using federal grants, education, housing, transit start running out of money. See, if you really look at this, You can see from day 1 to day 20 that slow squeeze. Let me get this in Genesis, man. Okay, that slow squeeze. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to Rev 12. We can go to Rev 20, that old serpent. Genesis 3, he was more cunning than any beast of the field. Rev 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. This is the great reset taking place. This is the great reset taking place. Okay, look at that. It's counting, man. Okay. So I wonder what are they doing? So this must be in seconds, minutes, hours. So this must be hours, minutes, seconds. Okay. Look at that. It's a countdown, man. They're counting up, but it's a countdown. Okay. This is leading to the great reset. And what are they going to do to fix this great reset? What are they going to do to assure people to trust them like they did in the 1900s? They're going to implement a new digital form of a social security card, and that's going to be through the MOTB. Okay, they're going to bring everything digital. We need a digital ID. We need to digitally mark you, and we need to digitally track you, and we need to have digital spending. And then peep this, say they bring back the government, but then now they give you stimulus checks through the chip. Okay. What about that? What about that? See, it says, so by day 21, food assistance programs begin rationing. Second Ezra 16 and 22. Many people on earth will starve to death, and those who escape starvation will be killed in war, which is this will be the extreme level of Jacob's trouble. All right, people starving to death, because you still have the average everyday grind going on, but soon grinding's gonna cease. And then you're going to have restrictions, lockdowns, military present, the third war taking place, pestilence going on, wars within one another, importing and exporting goods being attacked, militias being started, vigilantes. Okay, people just in a rage mode. Okay, so this squeeze is leading to this outcome of just everyone crashing out, and Esau, through this chaos, so-called bringing in order. See it? You see it? So it's a perfect scenario. Public reaction. Look, see? Frustration, early panic buying of essentials, rice, bean. By day 20, they're saying people are going to start panic buying beans, rice, bottled water, baby formula. See? That's what they're saying. Let me go to this now. We got Job, Ecclesiastes. Yep. Well, let's not get this one yet, because the grinding ain't truly ceased yet. But let's go here. Isaiah 24 and 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And why are they sighing? Because they're going through a financial strain. They're going through constrictions, certain programs and things that they've been eating off of is now becoming less and less. Okay, so they're going to start feeling it. They're going to start feeling it. It says, the mirth of Tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. See, this is ended, man. We are in a different time. They shall not drink wine with a song. They shall not drink wine with a song. And why? Because the daughters of music is going to be brought low. The daughters of music is going to be brought low. And they're not drinking wine with a song and having a good time. Okay. It says, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So there's a crying for answers. People are going to want to know what's going on. Should I be buying this? Why shouldn't I be buying this? See, supply tightening, hoarding cause localized price spikes. Boom. Localized price spikes. Boom. Why is now Walmart one of the main grocery stores for Babylon? Okay. Why are they now rolling out digital price tags so that they can change the price at any time they want. See, at any minute they can change the price depending on the scenario. All right, let's see what it says. Look, it says Walmart has already deployed digital price tags in over 400 stores and is expanding, blah, blah, blah. The company states the new system improves efficiency, allowing for faster price changes, which also frees up employee time. Look, prices to be updated in real time, leading to concerns about potential dynamic pricing or surge pricing. See, you see that? Okay, so we're here, man. Okay, we're here. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to keep Babylon functioning in the midst of dystopia. Okay, so now where was I at? Let's go back to this. Okay, so now day 30. Day 30. Ports and inspectation slow down. So that's what? Goods. The foods. So then the food, there could be something that happens with food, meaning poisoning, recalls, people dying to eat and then they die from eating. Okay, dying to eat and then they die from eating. Let's go to this. This is Jeremiah 16. Okay, let's hold this one. This is Jeremiah 16 and 4. They shall die, be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. So all these situations is going to slowly bring people to a very weak and low position, and ultimately death, or C-hip, then death, or C-hip, and So it says FFA, security, a safety staff, custom, blah, blah, blah. Trucking delays, food price rise. Revelations 6, food price rise. Revelations NLT, okay? Revelations 6 and where is it? 6 and 5. Right here. There it is. Revelation 6 and 6 is going to the black horse. Okay, it says, and I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings saying, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. Okay, the hyperinflation. There you go. And then you have a system set up to bring it out. See? Okay, $66. $82.97. See? What do you mean? It was just $20 10 minutes ago. See? Yes, panic buying causes inflation. See? So they're gonna, that's my sound effect for these changes. $28.97. That's what's getting ready to take place. But prophecy told us so. The Lord told us so. We're just witnessing scenarios that are going to lead. We were waiting and expecting on these prophecies to happen. All we're doing is reporting on the current conditions that's playing out in society, and we can see these scenarios happening to lead to these prophecies. Food prices rise. We just read the prophecy. Social media panic. See, social media panic. Viral posts spread fear about food shortages and economic collapse. This is why they're going to invade one another. Okay, it's going to get to the level where they will invade one another for the lack of bread. I have to get that. They will invade one another for the lack of bread. Let me get that. And I know you heard these, but we've read these precepts, but it's different from reading precepts to you seeing these precepts. Okay. You can see it, even though we saw it, but we can see it. Okay. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 is happening, man. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, okay, which this right here is also, for there shall be sedition among men, more people, okay, speaking about invading other people and invading one another. You see invasions taking place. It's just going to heighten. They shall not regard their kings, Nero. You got to know King's Day coming up. You got to know King's Day coming up. October 18th. October 18th. No king. Look at this. Oops. Yep. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Saturday, October 18th, which is next week. Okay, look, no throne, no crown, no king. And this is spiritual. This is an omen because the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords is coming back. See, they shall not regard their kings. They shall not regard their kings. Oh my goodness. Call lawyer, man. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And there's many different reasons. There could be pestilence. It could be occupied by a certain political party. It could be occupied by a certain militia. It could be completely QT'd or LD'd. Okay, there's a lot of different scenarios that can play. It could completely be gone. Okay, there could be a potential attack, a double F, and there ain't no goddamn bankhead no more. You know. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Look, see? Viral posts spread fear about food shortages and economic collapse. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Wait a minute, lack of bread. The same bread that's going to cost a day's pay just for 3 loaves. The same bread that's going to cost a day's pay for 3 loaves. Boom. And you're going to see it cost that much right here. Okay. I ain't buying that shit, man. I ain't paying $219 for this ground beef. See? You can see it, man. You can, and if you can't see it, you're going to perish. The people perish when there's no vision. The Holy Spirit has given us the vision. Supply tightening. Hoarding caused localized price spikes. Okay, we passed that. Trucking delays, food price rises, social media panic, retail imposed limits, rationing. World War II, they had something called ration points. Grocery stores start limiting quantities on staple goods to prevent hoarding. See, ration points. Here we go. Big bada boom. The danger zone. Look, look at this. Is that AI driven? Oh, and I said that too. I said this could potentially lead to them pushing AI to fix this. Meaning if AI is helping, we will never have to experience it. Look, mass job losses. There it is. I've been holding this. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, you thought this was going to be your best fiscal year. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few, and there's also going to be a draft, and those that look out the windows be darkened. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. Who can I trust? Who can I call? Do they got food? Can we eat this food? Mass job losses, contractors, small business, suppliers tied to government work layoff, thousands, credit stress, unemployment spikes, panic buying surges, scarcity psychology. See? All right. These people are going to crack, man. Okay. These people are going to crack, and they're not ready to see Yahweh Shai return. All right. But this is going to be the squeeze to lead people to that mark. All right. It says, even those with stable income start hoarding toilet paper, canned goods, medicine. Wait a minute. Those that are well-to-do are going to start hoarding. Well, real quick, this is I think it's Sirach 19. Let me get this. The portion of the pincher. Let me get that real quick. The portion, it could be in Wisdom of Solomon. Portion of the pincher. Check this out. Let's go here. Let me see what they got coming up. Let me see. It's where he will leave food to others and die. Okay. Let me see here. I gotta grab that for you. It just came to mind. Let me see. Yes, this is Ecclesiastes 11:19. Excuse me. So now let's go there. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 11:19. Check this out. Ecclesiastes 11:19. Okay, about the rich, right? Whereas, look, let's start at 18. There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. Wow, when everybody else is starving, panic buying, bugging out, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. See that? See that? All right. See that? So let's go back. Okay. It says panic buying. Okay. Even those with stable income start hoarding toilet paper, canned goods, medicine, fuel, public unrest, tensions at stores, long lines at gas stations, online anger. Ooh, directed at politicians and banks. They shall not regard kings nor princes. Okay. Pressure for a solution. Citizens begin demanding a plan, order out of chaos. There you go. So potentially by day 41 and up is when people are going to be begging for a solution. What's the solution going to be? It's going to be digital. It's going to be the mark of the beast system with the implementation of the mark upon you. This is why people around the world are going through it and governments are failing, because there's a collective notion around the world that they need a profitable leader. But what the wicked elite are being set up to do is to give people a worst case scenarios that they're living in. So when they do present a solution, this solution that they normally would not accept now looks heroic, and they're willing and ready to do whatever to get in line to receive it, to fix the problem. And it won't fix the problem. All it will do is fulfill prophecy. Okay, so this is what you got to get through. You're just gonna have to get through the squeeze. You're gonna have to get through the constriction. You're gonna have to get through these situations that he is squeezing people to put them in so that they give in, and you can't give in. This is why it says we'll be pilgrims. Okay, you see, so this government shutdown continues. This is the buildup. But either way, what we've just read is still going to happen. What we're doing is explaining how these prophecies could be fulfilled with the current scenario that's happening right now. Citizens began demanding a plan, any plan, even extreme or centralized measures to end the chaos. This is the danger zone, the point where the public is desperate enough that they'll accept emergency executive actions or emergency AI driven crisis management systems. Look, oh shit. New temporary policies, digital rationing, cashless distribution, National Guard involvement can emerge as controlled measures. Holy shit. See that? You see that? We just broke it down through the Holy Spirit right there. Okay, right there, man. Let me see if they got what else they got. By day 45, the crisis is not just economic, it's psychological. Once fear of scarcity sets in, rational decision-making drops. People begin acting on instinct, not logic. That's when chaos can spread faster than any actual shortage itself. See? You see? Now let's ask this. Let's ask the big bombastic question. Could, after day 45, could after day 45 the government use AI to usher in a new digital system with digital ID and ID implant to fix the economy and bring back trust, like how they used the social security number to fix the Great Depression. See, look at this, man. It's a Friday night. Look at, we sitting here reading the Bible, while everybody else is out there in fucking la la land. Okay, they're out here doing nothing with their lives. All right, starting with our people first and foremost, being in the days of Noah. It's 8:30 at night. We over here using Chat GPT through the Holy Spirit, proving how this shit's about to go down, man. So call all y'all about Shemel Shai. You brothers out there, man, just work out. Live a simple life, man. This thing's about to happen. It's happening. It ain't about to happen. It's happening. That's a really sharp historical comparison. The idea of using a crisis like the Great Depression to introduce a new identification and economic system isn't far-fetched. Remember what we always say, same playbook historically. However, let's separate what could happen in theory. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, historical precedents. Yep, during the Great Depression, the government introduced the SNN in 1936 to rebuild trust, stabilize identity records, and distribute benefits. Exactly, right there. Okay, so they're going to introduce a digital ID if they're not going to already do that now. With the digital, the ID linked to your MOTB. Okay, and then they're going to give you money on that. At the time, it was also controversial. Many saw it as government overreach, but it became normalized because people needed stability and aid. See? So he's giving you a great constriction right now so that you're just going to be like, fuck it. Just do it. Just do it. See, right now, you got to just endure this right now. Endure the system right now. When it continues, how you're affected, just know this is nothing is common to man, but the Most High will make a way for you to escape. The Most High will give you nothing you can't handle. It'll be common to man, and it'll make a way for you to escape. Hypothetical modern equivalent digital reset. If a modern crisis like a prolonged government shutdown triggered financial chaos, leaders or global economic bodies might propose a digital economic recovery system, marketed as safer, faster, and fraud-proof. This could include digital IDs linked to citizenships, taxes, and benefits. Many countries are already piloting this. CBDC replacing this supplementing cash to control inflation and track spending. AI-driven resources management. Boom, bada, bang, boom. The R to the F to the ID. While some people have voluntarily, we're not worried about the legal because he's going to make unrighteous executive orders. So it don't matter legally. The Constitution is going to be suspended. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Woe unto them that decree executive orders. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous laws and that write grievousness which they have prescribed to turn away the needy from judgment. See, to turn aside the needy from judgment. They're going to turn aside those that need, and this is how it's going to take place. And to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. This is why it says he causes. He ain't just offering, he's causing, meaning it's going to be a social requirement. Okay, it's going to be a social requirement. All right, so if Jake said, okay, after all that, what's the end all be all? The end all be all is this man's going to implement a MOTP upon the world, an attempt to see hip everybody. You got to endure that, even if it means death. And in the midst of that, we'll be either delivered or martyred, and we'll still be with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, man. Okay? See, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Why? To fix the current situation that people are in economically right now. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You don't got the digital ID. You don't got the MOTB. You can't buy. You can't sell. See, he's trying to recreate a new society for you to live in, but he's got to destroy this one that you're in now. Okay. Let me see. AI. If panic, employment, and mistrust skyrocket after day 45, governments could turn to AI-driven solutions. See? Look at all this. Real world direction. The U.S. and the EU are developing digital ID standards. The U.S. and the EU are developing digital ID standards, but voluntary, not implantable yet. The Federal Reserve is still testing CBDC, AI, and governance. Look at all this, man. Look at all this. Okay? So while the pattern, crisis, new system, public trust restored is real, the RFID implant narrative remains speculative and not reflected in policy. This is why we've been blessed with the spirit of prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Because even though we just proved it, there's still that, well, it could, we could, I could, you could. Yeah, shut up. Okay, we know according to prophecy what's going to take place. So we're here, man. Okay, and we're here. See that? Look, all these people going to be losing their jobs. I asked that too. I said, how many Americans can be out of a job by day 45 of the government shutdown? Okay, look at this. Federal employees, 4.4 million total, 2.2 million civilians, 1.4 million active duty and military. Contract, 2.0 million. Federal civilian employees, 800,000 unpaid. And all these people got to get paid back. Okay, so he can bring the government back, but he's still going to have to pay all these people back. Laid off 600 to 900,000. 1.5 to 2 million jobs lost, 400,000 furloughed, 3 to 4 million Americans out of work. That is grinding ceasing, my friend. Okay, that is grinding ceasing, my friend. Ecclesiastes 12:4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. See? Okay. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be burdened, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Ooh, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Damn. Okay, so hey, this thing is being broken down, man. Okay, and the point has been made. This thing is being broken down. Make sure I got all my points. Yep, we got all our points. Man, we're waiting. We're gonna watch and see. We're gonna watch and see how the stock market could crash. Corporate earnings plunge, consumer spending crashes, algorithmic trading panic. Look at this, day 15 to day 45. Secondary domino effect, mortgage default rise, small business close, SNAP, WIC, SSI, dollar weaken. This combination, inflation, stagnation, and political perilous could trigger stagflation, something not since the 1970s. There you go, man. Look, federal workers, 800,000 unpaid, private, 900,000 laid off, Ripple job, 2 million, total impact, 4 million Americans without income. Oh yeah, we're here, man. We are here. So, hey man, thank Yahweh Shem Shai that we have this truth, okay, and continue to endure. And I'll end it off on Revelations 1 and 3. That's the lesson. I didn't expect to go this long. I'm just thankful the Lord inspired me to even do a lesson. Revelations 1 and 3, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written. Therefore, the time is at hand. And one more. So the time is at hand, regardless of not if the government so-called reinstitutes the deed is done. Okay, must be day. So this might be the 9th day, 20th hour, 9th day. What is this? 20th hour, 33 minute. Yeah, maybe. So it's 9th day, 20 hour, 33 minutes, 46 seconds. Oh, so that's the Holy Spirit. We just broke it down. So this is 9 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes, and 55 seconds and counting that the government's been shut down. So let's see what happens. So let's end it off on Romans 13, I pray you brothers and a few sincere sisters was edified. Romans 13 and where is that? Romans 13 and 10. Let me see. 13 and 11. Let me just get it right here. I'm in the NLT, that's why. Okay. Romans 13 and 10, 11, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. So you got to get out that spirit of, we kind of, man, you got to take everything for what it is. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. There you go, man. So our salvation is nearer than when even we believe. Okay. So I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I pray that it was edifying. I pray that it was comforting and exhorting. And I just want to say, call halal, Abanawa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.